Good day, guys. Again, good day to you all. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. Thanks for being here. Gentle reminder, knock up like button, subscribe, and share. Free and easy ways to support the channel. Seeing we're getting right into the thick of things. We're talking important developments surrounding three key Reggae Boyz, Junior Fleming, Shamar Nicholson, and Kaheem Parris. Seeing we're talking about Junior Flemmings first, right? Because a major development would have taken place on the weekend with Junior Flemmings. Seeing Junior Flemmings made the match day squad for Toulouse in the French Ligue 1. Now, that is not only a big deal for Junior Flemings, but it is also a big deal for Jamaican football. I'll tell you why. When was the last time that a Jamaican mainstream developed footballer made the match day squad of a game in a top 5 league in not only Europe but in the world? When I said Jamaican mainstream developed player, Leon Bailey, while a large portion of his development would have taken place in Jamaica, is not a mainstream developed player in terms of the traditional football system. We all know of his ties to the Phoenix Football Academy. Seeing Junior Flemmings is a mainstream traditional Jamaican developed player. Again, when was the last time we saw a mainstream traditional football developed player in Jamaica make a match day squad of a club in a top 5 league in Europe and in the world? It's a big deal for Junior Flemmings. It's a big deal for Jamaica's football. Many might think it is immaterial. It is not. Seeing, now I will admit that this, when described like that, does come across as a sad state of affairs for Jamaica's football. The mere fact that we hear happy about a player making a match day squad. True, I think many of us forget how poor, how bad of a state Jamaica's football is in on the rock in terms of our football structure, right? Football activities taking place here on the rock. I think many people forget how bad it is because when they look at the national team, them see all of these quote unquote big ballers, seeing the Antonios, the Pinnacles. We see all of these quality players that are eligible to play for Jamaica. But really and truly, when you look at it, you know, football on the rock needs significant improvement, right? And that is why I am cheering for Junior Flemmings. I am wishing him well, and hopefully he can continue to break barriers for Jamaican born, traditionally developed footballers. It is very important for Jamaica's football that Junior Flemmings does well and makes it at Toulouse. Seeing, I personally thought that it was going to be a long time before we saw Junior Flemmings make a match day squad in Ligue 1, the French Ligue 1, but it has arrived. It came against Montpellier in a 4-2 victory for Toulouse. Toulouse haven't been doing badly since gaining promotion. They are currently 12th in the French Ligue 1 on 11 points. We wish Junior Flemmings all the best. His progress at Toulouse in France is a big deal for Jamaica. It is a big deal to see a Jamaican born, traditionally mainstream developed player make the match day squad of a club in a top 5 league. Make the match day squad not only of the club, but make the match day squad of a game in a top 5 league in Europe and also in the world. We wish Junior Flemmings all the best. Hopefully the next step, well, for starters, he must continue making the bench, continue making match day squads, and hopefully eventually gets start making substitute appearances and hopefully start make an impact and start even make more than just substitute appearances. Okay, up next we're gonna talk about no, we're not going to talk about Boza. We're going to leave Boza for last. We're going to talk quickly about Kaheem Parris. See, now, guys, Kaheem Parris made his debut for Dynamo Kiev, that big football club over there in the Ukraine, the most successful club in Ukraine. Kaheem Parris just made a move in the summer from Copper to Dynamo Kiev. He has finally made his Dynamo Kiev debut, came on as a 76th minute sub. He came on in a 1-0 victory over a club called Mainai. If I'm not mistaken, that's how it is pronounced. Hopefully I got it right. Seen. And yeah, big deal for Kaheem Parris. You know, I did a video a couple weeks ago saying how difficult it was going to be for Kaheem Parris to become a starter because his main position is currently being occupied by a superstar of Ukrainian football. Viktor Shagenkov is arguably the best player in Ukraine, but luckily for Parris, Viktor Shagenkov only has a year left on his contract. Hopefully, Kaheem Parris can continue to make substitute appearances and, you know, squeeze him in at the starting lineup if he's even for go upon the left flank, or Shagenkov goes on the left and Parris plays on the right. Shagenkov can also play as an attacking midfielder through the middle. Could even take Shagenkov's game, I highly doubt it, but who knows, anything is possible. I was certainly not wishing injuries on Viktor Shagenkov. So it's a big deal for Kaheem Parris. The match was played Sunday morning at 5 a.m. Jamaica time, very early in the morning, right? And, you know, again, 1-0 victory for Dynamo Kiev. Dynamo Kiev are currently 9th in the Ukrainian League. After just 4 games, the season would have just started. Their next game is Thursday against Stade Reims, if I'm not mistaken, that's how you pronounce it. You know, that Ligue 1 club, that's a Europa, that French Ligue 1 club, that's a Europa League Thursday midweek game. You know, we damn sure want to see Kaheem Parris get, if it's even a 10 minute, if it's even a 5 minute run out in the Europa League. And, you know, will some Kaheem Parris magic, get a goal, get an assist, who knows? We will continue to track Kaheem Parris, continue to monitor his progress, right? Young reggae boy doing big things over there in Europe, and we'll continue to report on his progress. All right, we're talking this fellow on your screen now, Shamar Boza Nicholson. Quick and fast, Shamar Boza Nicholson would have made, if I'm not mistaken, his second Russian Premier League game start in a row. So he started last weekend against, I think it was Lokomotiv Moscow, if I'm not mistaken. And again, he started against Nizhny Novgorod in yesterday's Sunday fixture. This is a big deal, not only because it's the second league start in a row, but Boza scored his very first goal this season for Spartak Moscow. He would have equalized for Spartak in the 66th minute. It was a goal that was very much needed, right? Spartak would have conceded in the 37th minute against the run of play, truth be told. Boza got the equalizer. Very good team goal. Ball swung into the box on the right hand side of the pitch, right and half space. Quincy Promes with, you know, that big ball of a Spartak, you know, with an excellent outside of the boot layoff for Boza. The ball fell sweetly for Boza on the volley, and it was a very good finish. A scissors kick on the volley at the penalty spot, right on the penalty spot. Boza blasted it into the back of the net. Then a controversial, you know, penalty decision for Spartak. You know, Quincy Prom stepped up and, you know, yeah, Spartak with a well-needed victory. So, big deal for Shamar Boza Nicholson. By the way, this goal follows up a midweek assist against Zenit St. Petersburg as well, right? Midweek cup game, right? Spartak with a very impressive 3-0 victory in the defense of their Russian Cup title. It was a very good game. Boza came on, played about 67 minutes, came on in the 88th, 89th minute, plus about 5 minutes extra time, delivered a good assist. Ball was played into Boza on the right-hand side of the pitch. He held it up well, laid it off to a midfielder, made the run in behind the midfielder with a through ball, found Shamar Boza Nicholson, ran onto it, got up to at the edge of the penalty box there, about in the right half space rather, held up the play, waited for Quincy Promes to position himself well in the box, short on the ground cross to Quincy Promes. Quincy Promes fired it home one time that was Spartak Moscow's third goal. So Boza assisted the third goal for Spartak in that big 3-0 victory, and that was Quincy Promes' second goal of the game. Quincy Promes is on fire in the Russian Premier League, right? Right now, Spartak Moscow are currently fourth in the Russian Premier League table on 22 points, 7 points behind Zenit St. Petersburg in the lead on 29 points. They were leading for quite some time. Then they had a series of bad results. It's good to see them get back on track. Spartak, hopefully they can challenge for that Russian Premier League title. Boza can add a cup victory with add to his cup victory with a league title victory. And hopefully Shamar Boza Nicholson continues to not only get meaningful game time, but also start and continue to have goal contributions, most importantly goals, and of course assists are good as well. So we'll continue to track the progress of Shamar over there in Russia. By the way, in the last 3 games he has played well. In the last weekend's game against, I think it was against, if memory serves right, against Lokomotiv Moscow, he missed a chance or two, but to be fair to him, in the run of play he played well, right? And then started again yesterday and played well. Didn't get a lot of chances, but the one real big chance that he got, he put it away. And the little 6 to 7 minute stint against Zenit St. Petersburg, he played well as well. He was very involved in that 6 to 7 minutes, played well at some good touches in the run of play, and then capped it off with the assist. So hopefully this good run of form continues for Shamar Boza Nicholson. That's my 2 cents, guys. Knock up like button, subscribe and share. Take care, stay safe, and until next time.